April 20th, 2021, Istanbul. Faruk Özer gets into a black car. He has only a backpack with him. Inside, a laptop, documents, and a flash drive containing $2 billion in cryptocurrency. He's 27 and the CEO of Turkey's largest crypto exchange. But today, he's not going to work. Today, he's fleeing. Within hours, videos of Faruk calmly passing through passport control at Istanbul airport will flood Turkish news. The exchange, trusted by hundreds of thousands, will vanish along with $2 billion. And those quiet images of his escape will become the symbol of the biggest crypto scandal in Turkey's history. But can he really vanish forever and avoid justice for betraying an entire nation's trust? 2017, Turkey. The country is in economic turmoil. The lira is falling for the 9th consecutive year. Inflation ranges between 15% and 30%. People rapidly lose trust in banks and state institutions. Amid this instability, cryptocurrencies seem like the perfect solution. Bitcoin has just passed the $7,000 mark and keeps rising. And more Turks want to store their savings in something that won't lose value overnight. At this moment, a 23-year-old from Istanbul, Faruk Fatih Özer, decides to seize the opportunity. With $11,000 in startup capital, he and his brothers launch a small crypto exchange called Coinex. Officially launching a crypto exchange in Turkey requires around $6,000. The platform looks simple, a basic interface and modest trading volume. But there's one key thing. Turkey still doesn't have a full-scale national platform for crypto purchases. And Faruk wanted to take this place. Faruk isn't a techie or a trader, but he understands something else: how to build trust. Instead of investing in technology, he spends another $5,000 on advertising. Billboards for Coinex appear on the streets, soon replaced by Thodex, the name adopted after a 2019 rebrand. Ads roll out on TV, Instagram, and YouTube. Popular Turkish actresses also began promoting Thodex, claiming they were investing in cryptocurrency through the platform. But users are drawn not only by the brand. The exchange promises bonuses, giveaways, and exclusive prizes for top traders. Branded merchandise, cat houses, iPhones, MacBooks, even a Porsche. Faruk also makes crypto accessible to the average person. He installs Turkey's first Bitcoin ATMs, machines that let you buy Bitcoin with cash right on the street. Thodex also allows crypto purchases by credit card, opening access to investing even for those without spare funds. This instantly increases deposit volume and turns the exchange into a mass market magnet. The number of employees grows to 85, and Thodex sets up a central office in Istanbul's business district. So the company begins to look like a serious player, and Faruk is dubbed the face of Turkish crypto. But behind this, no one notices what matters most. Faruk is already setting the stage for a multi-layered operation that will soon collapse this empire and vanish with billions in user funds. By early 2021, Thodex surpasses 700,000 users. The platform handles tens of millions in daily transactions. At the peak of this momentum, Faruk launches a major promotional campaign, promising to give away millions of Dogecoins to new users. The hype grows. Dogecoin goes viral on TikTok, Reddit, and Elon Musk keeps tweeting about it. People flock to Thodex expecting free crypto. But after signing up, most get nothing. No bonus, no Dogecoin. Customer support is silent. As users begin to recover, another shock hits. On April 16th, Turkey's central bank announces a crypto payment ban starting April 30th. Panic spreads. Thodex users rush to withdraw, but the system lags and transactions stall or fail. Then comes another move from Faruk. On April 17th, just one day after the central bank's statement, Thodex launches a new promotion. Dogecoin is offered at a 30% discount, 20 cents instead of 29. It seems like a golden opportunity. In just one day, the exchange sells over $500 million in Doge. Total trading volume skyrockets to a record $1.7 billion. It's the biggest day in Thodex's history, and its last. After that, under the guise of technical difficulties, Thodex freezes withdrawals. The site still functions, trades appear to go through, but no one can cash out. Those who try contacting support receive generic messages about temporary inconvenience. At the same time, something strange happens inside the company. Employees, including the tech and finance teams, lose access to internal systems. Communication with management breaks down. Faruk is unreachable. Confusion turns to panic, not just among users, but within the team itself. Only later will it become clear. The Dogecoin promotion wasn't a marketing stunt. It was the final act in a calculated plan to extract as much liquidity as possible before disappearing. The plan was executed, and Thodex was on the brink of collapse. On April 20th, 2021, Thodex users suddenly see a troubling message. The exchange is temporarily shutting down for maintenance. No details, no timeline, no explanation. Most importantly, no access to accounts. People can't withdraw their money or reach support. The next day, surveillance footage surfaces. 27-year-old Faruk Özer is seen passing through passport control at Istanbul airport. He boards a flight to Albania. In his backpack, allegedly, a flash drive holding billions in crypto, which belongs to the platform users. Meanwhile, Thodex posts a statement. The exchange is negotiating with a foreign investor and has temporarily suspended operations. Faruk promises to return in a few days, but the site vanishes, so do the promises and the user's money. The Turkish government quickly launches an investigation. Prosecutors formally reach out to Albanian authorities, and Interpol intervenes by issuing a red notice. As a result, the hunt for Faruk turns into a global operation. Meanwhile, in Turkey, 83 people connected to the exchange are detained, including Faruk's brother and sister, but Faruk remained nowhere to be found. After a year of searching in the summer of 2022, Albanian police receive a tip about a suspicious black BMW X5 parked outside a modest home in the seaside town of Vlor. They begin surveillance, and just a few days later, Faruk emerges from the house, only to be arrested immediately. During questioning, he claims he lived in poor neighborhoods and spent only cash sent by relatives. He fiercely resists extradition, saying he fears an unfair trial in Turkey. But eventually, it becomes clear, returning is inevitable. In April 2023, Faruk is extradited to Istanbul and appears in court in handcuffs. Together with his lawyer, he claims Thodex was a legitimate state-regulated company that collapsed due to market instability and repeated hacker attacks, which the company never disclosed. According to him, this was not fraud. Faruk says he was only trying to cover the losses himself and left the country only to secure funding and find new investors, but couldn't return due to Interpol's red notice. He also added that he refunded $10 million to over 1,000 users. The investigation, however, tells a completely different story. According to blockchain analysts at Whitestream, between August 2020 and February 2021, Faruk quietly transferred 5,000 bitcoins, worth over $125 million, to US exchange Kraken in small, consistent batches. Prosecutors later revealed that additional funds had been converted into dollars and euros and routed through bank accounts in Turkey, Cyprus, and Albania, often via shell companies tied to Faruk's relatives. That's likely why both his brother and sister were arrested. As for the remaining assets, economists believe up to $2.6 billion remains on cold wallets. But unless Faruk decides to reveal them, that money is essentially lost, and almost 400,000 people will not be able to get their money back. In September 2023, the court delivers its insane verdict: 11,196 years in prison for fraud, money laundering, and running a criminal organization. The verdict wasn't just punishment, it's symbolic retribution for the shame inflicted on the country. However, Faruk is still fighting in court, filing appeals, and holding on to the hope that one day he might walk free.